Hi, I'm Chris, and both of my children go to the Long Ridge School. Actually, they're both distance learning as we speak. Leo's in the 5th grade and is in his room writing his graduation speech. Annabella is in the 2nd grade and is running through the geometry basics on the Google app before class starts. Literally, this is occurring in the house as we speak. I am seeing them in action, fully engaged, and it makes my wife and I feel really proud about the decision to pick Long Ridge in the first place. Yes, the academics are cutting edge. They're progressive, individualized, but the important part is it's wrapped in almost a customized, learning model for each child. It's magical. It's somewhere in the Long Ridge DNA that they're able to do this. So it did not surprise me in the middle of March when we started our spring break. 2 weeks later for the teachers to come back, and they worked a lot, and it was impressive. But 2 weeks later, they kicked off on Monday an amazing distance learning platform. I clearly was impressed. I would say almost a little bit humbled. But when the remaining schedule for the week and the workload was distributed, the true significance of what the teachers done was overwhelming.
So when we're designing a distance learning curriculum for our students, we're really considering their needs. We're considering what they need right now academically, socially, and emotionally. We're also looking closely at ourselves as a school. Who is Long Ridge School? What is important to Long Ridge School? And how can our teaching philosophies align to those values? What really stands out most during our planning is the relationships that we have with the children, how much we absolutely adore and love and care for our students and our families. It's really important for us during this time to take care of ourselves, take care of each other, and take care of our school. Even though we are not in the physical classrooms and on our school campus, we still promise to our students and to our families that under our care as educators, that each child will get the support they need. They'll be challenged in the ways that are appropriate for them. We're gonna hear them, we see them. Most importantly, we love them so much, and they're really understood.
Wow, it's different from when I was in school. First, their executive function is off the chart. This is trained in them. The workload requires discipline, planning, iteration. The seeds of the success is that they are responsible for their own learning. Also, the kids are way more wise than I would expect. They are wise, they are smart. They say things that are profound. They get the details and they can articulate the big picture. Through this, we understand our kids better. And we've also learned a lot about how they learn, and they've learned about how we act. And I'm proud to say that we are taking in their input, and they are augmenting what we do with new ideas and technology.
Faced with adversity, our young learners are demonstrating incredible flexibility and perseverance day in and day out during distance learning. Earlier this year in our classroom, we talked a lot about having a growth mindset and other skills that can be applied to all facets of life. There's no doubt in my mind that the determination, strength, and resilience acquired during distance learning will serve them well in the years ahead. What's been really sweet throughout the distance learning is seeing the children really come together. And what I mean by that is, even though they are apart during this time, each participating and completing their assignments for the distance learning, they're really taking care of each other. They're looking out for their friends. It's not just, I'm doing my kindergarten work, my 1st grade work. They're continuing to think of us as a unit, as a team. And as we know, there's so much more to school, especially in the early years, than academics. In the classroom, we used to do this thing called Shine. So when you give someone Shine, you extend your arms out and you wiggle your fingers at them. And this is a silent way to express that you're giving your friend a little extra boost or a little encouragement. So digitally, what this Shine looks like is through positive messages on our Google Classroom stream. Maybe they're holding up a poster that says, "Keep on going," or "You can do it." So maybe now our Shine is more centered on a growth mindset, on believing that we can do this, or just to really say, hey, I'm in this with you, and it's going to be okay, and you are doing your best, you're working hard, and you're doing it with a smile on your face. So kudos to you. And it's been really incredible to check our Google Classroom stream throughout the day, to see the photos that are posted, to see the messages that are posted. And it definitely is a way for us to stay connected throughout our time in distance learning.
The campus is great. It's this little protected gem of 14 acres, safe, comforting. There's a lot of areas for each kid to play and stretch out. Yes, we miss that. We miss the sunlight and the kids giggling. Of course, we miss seeing the friends and the teachers.
We're passionate and energized by teaching. We want to interact with the children and encourage their curiosity, instilling them with this passion and joy for learning for their whole lives. This feeling that we have as teachers doesn't just go away because we're not in the classroom setting. Children also have this sense of wonder, this imagination, and the promise of possibility. So the question is more so, how do we continue fostering this growth in the children via distance learning, and in a way that is so attuned to the values, to the beliefs, to the core of what Long Ridge School is. We want the children to explore. We want the children to question, and that's how they learn. They're driving their own learning. So when we're designing a distance learning curriculum, we really look at who we are as a school.
Through each day, between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., 5 days a week, there is a level of completeness and comfort, and knowing that our kids are happy and hungry for learning, even if it's different. That feeling is a tremendous thing to have right now.
Last week, one of my favorite distance learning moments happened. I was on an individual call with one of my first graders to do a reading lesson on fluency. And about 2 seconds into the call, we stopped everything because he lost his tooth. And if you know, you're 7 years old, losing your tooth is a pretty big deal. So we just celebrated that moment. It made me feel so grateful for the relationships that I've formed with my students throughout the year. And even though we're apart during this distance learning, there are still ways where we are connecting.
Thank you for keeping my kids learning, for having them have fun every day and be engaged, and to show kindness and understanding every day in these uncertain times. Thank you, Long Ridge School.